The EAS Scylla was in the news again today. In a daring rescue operation, the Scylla recovered the crew of the stricken freighter hit by the raiders and left for dead amidst a lethal asteroid field. For an exclusive interview with the captain of the ship, tune into our late show at 11.
With the first few days of combat operations over, the task force has met with some limited success. So far, our ships have been able to stop and repel 3 attacks and destroy 3 wings of enemy fighters. On the flip side, we have already seen how even with 4 capital ships in system, Earth Force cannot be everywhere at once. 2 enemy raids were successful, a raid on a mining operation and a merchant group, where the raiders escaped with full cargoes of precious metals and complex machine parts respectively. Regrettably, there were civilian fatalities in both raids. The raiders will of course use the profits from these raids to replace some of their lost hardware. As expected, they are proving an elusive opponent. Efforts to locate their forces and preempt attacks have failed. Our best hope of finding the raiders may lie with our intelligence operatives and military analysts, who are working hard behind the scenes to try to provide us with the information we need. I have asked the head of our analysis team, Lieutenant Tony Marshall, to say a few words on what they have learned so far.
Greetings, pilots. First of all, I'd like to commend every one of you on the fine job you're doing. The data on raider attacks is proving invaluable in helping us formulate a model of how the raiders are operating in Altair. We have already reached some fascinating conclusions. The biggest surprise was the sheer number of ships the raiders are fielding. Mostly, but not exclusively, Zephyrs. The Zephyr, of course, is an old ship, a relic of the now-defunct Belt Alliance. These ships have always been obtainable on the black market, but not in these kind of numbers. Our best guess is that someone out there is manufacturing these ships, either the raiders themselves, another third party, or both. Building Zephyrs is quite within the capabilities of the raiders, provided they can obtain suitable parts, but it would be difficult to do on the move. This is more evidence that they have a stationary base of operations here, as they did in Epsilon. Various Earth corporations would also have the resources to build Zephyrs, as do the Narn, who have already been caught supplying the raiders in Epsilon and gained experience reverse engineering alien technology during the Centauri occupation. The raiders' hit-and-run tactics are serving them well, suspiciously well in fact. They are consistently picking poorly defended, high-value targets and hitting them precisely the location and time it is most difficult for our ships to respond, implying the raiders know both the cargo manifests and the movements of both the ships they are targeting and our vessels. This leads me to believe we may have moles operating within Earth Force, leaking information to the raiders. I have informed Earth Force Internal Affairs of my suspicions and ask everyone to be especially vigilant at this time. Please inform your superiors if you see anything out of the ordinary. It may be nothing, it may be something. Let us decide. One final note. Something I know many of you have already noted. We did on one occasion see 2 simultaneous raider attacks in different parts of the system, suggesting the raiders may now possess 2 jump-capable vessels.
At 0900 hours, Easy Line-operated Starliner Bradbury left off your station en route to Babylon 5. At 1100, we picked up a distress signal from the Bradbury, indicating that a bomb had been found aboard the ship. Bradbury was in hyperspace and had already completed approximately half the journey when the discovery was made. At our recommendation, the ship made an emergency detour. It took the nearest jump gate and dropped back into normal space. It is now waiting for our assistance near Biggs Colony, more or less equidistant between Altair and Epsilon. Time is of the essence. We'll jump in as close to the Starliner as is safe. Upon arrival, we will dispatch a crew shuttle carrying a bomb disposal team. Once aboard, the bomb disposal team can remove the threat. You will command Alpha Wing, a wing of 3 Aurora Starcubers. Your objectives are to escort the shuttle carrying the bomb disposal team to the Bradbury, and more generally to protect the civilians on the Bradbury and in the shuttles and life pods from possible raider attack. Your role is precautionary. Although there are life pods and escape shuttles in the area belonging to the Bradbury, no raider presence has been reported. Scylla to Bradbury. We're sending across the bottom scorpion. Shuttle now. Alpha Wing will fly escort.
Boy, are we glad to see you, Scylla. It's Madness here. We tried to perform an orderly evacuation, but the passengers panicked. And then all hell broke loose. There was a rush for the shuttles and life pods. Many injuries relating to crushing and asphyxia. Some fatalities. The life pods and shuttles are all gone now. There's still hundreds left on board, maybe up to 1,000.
Roger that, Bradbury. We'll prep some medical shuttles for launch. It'll take a few minutes. Hang in there.
Affirmative.
Hello? Can you hear me? This is one of the escape pods from the Bradbury. Please can you rescue us?
Bradbury shuttles and life pods. Stay off the air. You're in no danger and will be attended to shortly. Please move away from the Bradbury.
Who found a bomb? Where is it? A maintenance worker found it whilst checking out a blockage in the passenger section air filtration system. I don't see how a passenger could have put it there. What does it look like? Are there any distinct markings? It's red. I'm told the writing on it is none. It's huge. I don't know how anyone could have smuggled it on the ship. We're on final approach. Clear the landing dock. Affirmative.
Energy spike on the Bradbury.
Shuttle aboard.
What? It's too late!
Scan results are conclusive. No survivors. Nobody. Nobody at all.
Okay, people, stop. Compose yourselves. We still have a job to do. We're going to prep some shuttles and start wheeling in the life pods.
Hang on. Jump gate sequence initiated. Raiders. Raiders on an attack vector, headed for the escape pods and shuttles.
No, I won't have it. Launch something. All fighters, keep those raiders away from pods and shuttles. Get me a channel.
Delta Wing, standing ready.
I copy. Attacking off.
Captain Tennyson steers Alliance Cruiser Scylla to the raiding pod. This is an attack on unarmed civilians. There's no profit to be gained from this. Leave. Now.
Copy that. Engaging now.
Forget it, Scylla. Our contract says no survivors. If anyone walks away from this thing, we miss out on a big paycheck.
This is mass murder!
This is business.
I want those raiders out of my sky. Now. We are repositioning the Scylla to put it between the raiders and the civilians.
Great job, pilot.
God's sake, we have women and children on board! This is it.
Raiders have destroyed the light pod.
Mayday, we're under attack! Please help.
Raider fighters appear to be turning for the jump gate. Should we pursue?
Yes, destroy them. Show no mercy. There is nothing you could have done to save the driver. There simply was not enough time to get a bomb disposal team onto the ship. 874 perished in the explosion. It was a done thing. Sensor readings identify the weapon used as a low-yield nuclear device, probably one of the 3 weapons sold to the Raiders by the Nar in the episode. Raiders aren't terrorists. They have no political agenda. They exist for one reason: profit. Ergo, someone paid them to do this. The target could have been any one or more of the passengers, or even the ship itself. This loss will cripple EAS Scylla, the company that owned the Blackbird. Probably put them out of business. One thing is for sure. This was the most sickening, cold-blooded slaughter of innocents I've witnessed in my career. Easy Line have begun going through the passenger list and notifying next of kin. There will be a memorial service for those who died aboard each of the task force ships at 6 p.m. this evening. Count